So Joe Biden, the radical left, just keep failing. They're gradually failing, and honestly, I mean, I feel bad for the guy. This hasn't even become a political issue. I mean, Joe Biden is experiencing a steep decline in his mental health and his physical health. I mean, the guy's intellectual ability is becoming more meager just by the second. I mean, he forgets where he is. He, he can't even read correctly, and this is the candidate that the Democrats want. This is the candidate that supposedly is up in the polls, according to the fake news media. I mean, it's become extraordinarily ludicrous at this point to even believe or foresee anything about this guy becoming the president. I mean, it's not his fault. What's going on is this: Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren, basically the concealed figures, the concealed gods behind the radical left and their socialist ideals. Well, Joe Biden has to pick one of them for vice president, and then what's going to happen is the vice president is the one that's going to be running the country. Theoretically speaking, if it were to happen. Joe Biden would have to do everything Bernie or Elizabeth Warren would tell him because he's out of his mind. The guy can barely sustain himself during an interview. I mean, I don't understand. People still think that he's got even a probable chance at winning. I mean, let's take a look actually when Joe Biden said that he's tested constantly.
Question real quick. Some have speculated, sir, that you are subject to some degree of cognitive decline. I'm 65. I don't have word recollection that I used to have. I forget my train of thought from time to time. You got 12 years on me, sir. Have you been tested for some degree of cognitive decline?
I've been tested, and I'm constantly tested. Look, all I got to do is watch me, and I can hardly wait to compare my cognitive capability to the cognitive capability of the man I'm running.
Vice President, your opponent in this election, President Trump, has made your mental state a campaign topic. And when asked in June if you'd been tested for cognitive decline, you've responded that you're constantly tested in effect because you're in situations like this on the campaign trail. But please clarify specifically, have you taken a cognitive test?
No, I haven't taken a test. Why the hell would I take a test? Come on, man. That's like saying before you got in this program, you take a test where you're taking cocaine or not. What do you think, huh?
Biden, he's barely there. Here's an article posted by Reason.com. Pretty sure the reasoning is very arbitrary. And here the top. Well, CNN didn't post about it, so I give them props about posting about this. So here's going to talk about how Joe Biden why the hell would he take a test? Come on, man. So here, according to Reasoning.com, they state that Joe is a comfortable leader over President Donald Trump in most polls. Again, they're called counterfeit polls, but the former senator and vice president is famous for gaffes at warrior supporters virtually every time he opens his mouth, especially without a script. Here, Biden scoffed at the idea because of his advanced age. He'll be the oldest person ever to take office since Ronald Reagan. But Ronald Reagan, he was a much better president and a much better guy and a much smarter guy than Sleepy Joe over here. I mean, when asked about his age, Ronald Reagan said, "I will not make age an issue with this campaign." And the country was just amazing with him. Joe Biden couldn't say that. Well, the anti-poll out occurred with Joe Biden being president. This country would be in flames. China would be ruling the country by now. China. That's what the Democrats adore. China. Why the hell would I take a test? Of course. Why the hell would you take a test? Well, everyone knows you'll fail it, Joe. You know you'll fail it. That's why you don't want to take it. Talk about cocaine when nobody even said anything about cocaine. You taking that too, barely there, Biden? God, it's become absurd. And this is the funniest part. I am very willing to let the American public judge my physical and mental fitness, and to make a fitness and to make a judgment about how I am. I mean, I honestly don't I just want to let everyone know that if Joe Biden even has a diminutive chance of making it to the White House, this country is in big trouble. It's going to turn into a socialist country with socialist ideals. I mean, Joe Biden still hasn't picked his vice president candidate. And I know who it's going to be. It's either Bernie Sanders or Elizabeth Warren, the concealed figures behind the radical left. And if that happens, Bernie Sanders will be your new president. Or Elizabeth Warren would be. We cannot let this happen. I mean, look at this guy. He's barely there half the time. Bernie Sanders, 98, went to Soviet Russia and sang with the government officials, "This land is your land, this land is my land." Come on. Come on now. We must vote red this November. If not, our country as you know it is going to become a hellhole.